Okay, I think we're yeah, we are recording. Okay. Sorry, I was second guessing myself. Um, okay, so I feel like we've welcomed the newcomers. I don't know if there's anything else we wanna do there. It sounds like Jadera, you and Peculiar already know each other. Maybe for my benefit, maybe you can tell me what your interest is in the education program. That would be helpful if you're in a place where you can talk.
Okay, hi, good afternoon. Nice to meet you. Once again, I'm happy to be here. And okay, yeah. So, you said something about what I'm interested in the education aspect, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I really don't know for now because I just joined, so um, I can't really say for now. So maybe after the meeting, I'll speak to Peculiar about that, or I don't know.
Okay, perfect. That's no problem at all. Some people come to this meeting with an idea of what they want to work on, but part of what we do in this meeting is talk about the things that people can work on. So hopefully you'll find something that's interesting for you.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah. And somebody else just joined as well, and I'm not sure how to say your name. But if you want to introduce yourself, that would be good. Sahe, maybe. You can tell us how to pronounce your name as a start if you're in a place where you can talk, or you can put in the chat.
All right, good day to everyone. Just a sec. A plane is flying over my head. Okay, good, great. It's gone. Well, my name is Asaje Elozino Lopez, and I've been a member of CHAOSS for a while now, but I think I slacked for about 3 quarters. And I'm coming back to resume from where I left off, right? And I stand with Frankie. At the end of the discussion, I will see where exactly I'm going to fit in. Yes, that's that from me. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much and welcome. So, Peculiar and I are co-chairs of this working group, the education working group. Peculiar is actually the leader of the education project, so I might just turn it over to her. I don't know if you want to introduce yourself, Peculiar, and then maybe we can move into some of the next agenda items.
Yeah, I'm just peculiar, right? And leading this project. And welcome. Actually, I'm glad to have you because CHAOSS Education Project is actually like a beginner project where everybody can come in and you see what you can contribute to and learn as you're contributing as well. Because here we'll like hold your hand and help you start from somewhere. Then you can also see other projects and CHAOSS that might interest you and go ahead to work on them. So you are all welcome. And at the end of or before the end of this meeting, I'm sure you're definitely going to see where you can contribute to. And also why you contribute, you see more places to contribute to in CHAOSS as a whole. So thank you very much and glad to have you. You're welcome. Back to you, Dawn.
Yeah, so we have one more newcomer. Um, Fuad, I may or may not be saying that right. You can correct me, but if you want to introduce yourself, if you're in a place where you can talk, or you welcome to type in the chat.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good day. My name is Fuad. Yeah, you got it correctly. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, welcome. I don't know, Peculiar, do you want me to switch to the issues? Do you want to run down through some of the issues, or do you want to talk about how to contribute first? Whichever you want to do.
Okay, I think we'll talk about how to contribute first.
Okay.
Using the GitHub, going through the repo. All right. Okay, so welcome, and I'm glad to have you join the CHAOSS Education Project working group. So my name is Bekila, as I rightly said before, and leading this project and co-share with Don Foster. Now, the CHAOSS Education Project is all about open source education. So what we do here is creating resources, creating materials that will help others, maybe someone that been in tech or someone that need to open source, learn different open source topic and know exactly how to start contributing to open source projects. So right now we've created some topic and we're still creating because we feel like that a lot of people that open source education is not being taught it's not added in school curriculum and is not learned in any high institution as a course. So creating these courses was to help people learn on their own, their pace and all that about open source and be able to contribute meaningfully to different open source projects. Now, for this CHAOSS education project, we have different ways you can contribute. There's several ways you can contribute. You can suggest a topic. That's part of the contribution. You can write a script about open source topic you are interested in or you want to see. You can edit a recorded video or you record a video. You can prepare a slide. So if you look at it, these are simple things that you can do. But to us, we value that contribution, right? So in summary, all we're doing here is creating different resources and we are creating it in a way that is easier for people to use. Just 5 to 10 minutes short video recording and a short doc that will give somebody an overview of an open source topic that will help that person actually start either contributing or know more about that particular topic, right? So ways I've mentioned you can contribute, suggest a topic you feel that, okay, it's not included in a submission.md file. If you look at submission.md file, you see we have already worked on different topics. So you can look through it and then suggest a topic that is not there and you feel somebody close to you or someone in open source is interested or might help that person. Then you can write a script about that topic. We write script because the script will help guide you on when you want to record a course. You can write a script. You can also prepare a slide because we use slide deck to also guide you on what you want to say when you are recording video. And then the last thing is record a video, walking people through or actually teaching that particular topic you have written. But sometimes some people might just decide to write a topic and then someone else record it. Some might decide to just record what someone has written. It depends. So, or what you want to work on. But I've seen most contributors, once they have written a topic about a topic, prepare the slide deck, they also want to record it, which is also wonderful and it was welcome. But any way you want to contribute is also welcome. This is actually like a baby step helping you to like contribute, build something that will help someone else tomorrow to learn about open source. Okay, so these are the 3 steps that we'll take, and this is how you can contribute to the CHAOSS education project. Now, for each stage, when you suggest a topic, they all go through review. Like if I go to issues, you see somebody suggested a topic there. I'm going to tag some people to look at that topic and see. First, we'll check, do we have any topic like that in the submission.md file? If we have a topic like that is ongoing or has been worked on, then we might overlook that topic. But if it's a new topic that has not been worked on at all, review, it can be approved for you or for anybody else to work on that topic. If you want to suggest and then work on it, that's 100% fine. Okay, so yeah, so this is actually what we do and how we work here. So mostly in this meeting, how it goes is first we'll explain how to contribute and break it down in different places. Break it down for you so you know which one do I want to do, right? And each of this stage, there's a review. We review the topic if you submit. If you write a script, we review. We have reviewers. Don't force is part of the reviewers. And then if you work on a slide deck, we also review. And if you record a video, we review it too. Once they are all approved, we deploy them in our platform, which is Model. All our topics are already deployed in Model. The ones that are under the review are still with us here in the repo. And so many people sign up to that model and they go through those topics. Everybody records. So we encourage everyone to ensure that every topic you want to write about or record is teaching a global community about that topic in open source. So that's how to contribute to this project. So feel free, or you're at your own time, go through the readme contribution.md file or submission.md file and then read more on how you can contribute. You can also check the issues I added available issues to the doc so that we can also look at it to see some of them has not been assigned to anybody, why some have. I've not come to this since we're on holiday, but I'm going to visit it after this today so I can look at PRs, look at issues, and then see there are some that have completed and need to be closed, and then there are some that have been assigned and need to follow up on those that they're assigned to and see if they're free to work on it, because you don't assign issue to somebody permanently. We assign it and then follow up with that person after a while. But if we see okay, you're not able, not chance at the moment to work on it, we get the feedback from you to see, can we make it open for someone else that is available, or can we keep it because they're working on it? Or so, yeah. But each of these, whichever way you're working on, if you are suggesting a topic, you just need to create a PR not a PR, sorry, create an issue for the topic, right? But if you are writing a script, we have a template that we use. If you also want to prepare a slide, we have a template. And if you want to record, we use CHAOSS Zoom for the recording. So each of these steps will be with you to guide you on how we do it. And Dawn is on the by side to review whatever you worked on and give you input, suggestions, and a way to make it better. And because she's if it's I don't know if that language is, but they say Dawn. Her name is Dawn, but when you say someone is Dawn in my own continent, will mean it that that person is rich in that area. She's rich in open source, so she has more knowledge about open source, more than I do. So she's there to review and and guide us on how to get some topic better. So yeah, that's it. I think he done. Over to you.
Yeah, happy to help. Let's see, did we were there any particular issues that you wanted to talk about, or should we move on to
Okay, let me see if anybody had a question about how to contribute. Let me get questions, something you're not clear about, or anything at all you want to know about how to contribute.
Okay, I think so far it is clear. Probably when I want to navigate how to go about it. And if I have questions, but so far I totally understand what you have experienced so far. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Peculiar. I like to think from first principles, right? And I'm assuming right now that I am absolutely new to chaos, right? And I just fell into chaos. Now, how would you, is there a particular sequence of learning that that newbie would have to go through so that it makes sense? All right, take for example, I'm looking at the whole education block, and I'm seeing different topics. Like, is there a sequence to this learning, or just you start from anywhere and end anywhere and just move? Is there a sequence?
Okay, I love your question. So is there a sequence? Okay. I can't really say there's a sequence how to go about this. Just like when you want to learn about ABCD, you start from A and then you go to B and that. So, but in open source, is everything is just open. Like if you are like you're just started in new in chaos, or you've been there before and now you just like want to contribute. The simplest way to do it is one, the way I did it is by joining meetings, listen and see what are they even talking about in this meeting. Like there are so many working group in chaos, right? For this education project now, while we're here, we're teaching you, okay, you are just new and you want to start. Where do you start? First of all, we'll ask, do you have a skill? If you have a skill, we like, okay, do you want to contribute using your skill? And another thing is that, is there any place in chaos that your skill is needed, right? If you look around and you see, chaos has different projects like we have Augur, we have Glemmo Lab, we have badging project, we have um which other project? We have education project, we have different other things that Kiosk we're doing. And then we have other working group also, different working groups that are focused in different areas. Like we have data science, and data science working group focus on a lot of data things, analysis, research, and the rest of them. We have OSPO, that's open source office, program office, that it just like highly placed kind of open source people talking about different open source in different organizations, big organization. Then we have university or working group where you talk about things open source in universities. And then we have OGO where they talk about development of that and the contribution and the use of that particular software. OGO is kiosk software. And then we have UN SDG working group where you talk about things that concern UN and open source connection and education and different type of open source digital and all the rest of them. So the best way to go and understand this is by like joining the working groups, listen to what has been discussed, and then you see where do I fit in, right? And what can I work on? Major working group is Kiosk Community Working Group that happens every Tuesday at 5 a.m., 5 p.m., that's Nigerian time. I think 10 a.m., that's Central time zone. Um, so you join that working group, you will listen to a whole lot of discussion that comes up and see where can I contribute, where can I make suggestion, or what can I work on. We also have metrics, right? Like CHAOSS is more about metrics and the rest of CHAOSS metrics and the rest of them. But this CHAOSS metrics, it used to have a working group for it, but now it happens within different working groups and all that. So we also have the calendar invite. Thank you, Don, very much. That you can add to see. You can also integrate it with your own calendar to see different working group and when they happen. Now, I will now come back for education working group as a new person that is here. How do I start? Yet you can just start simple. Look at different. It's all about contribution, right? Look at different topics we have. You can ask yourself, is there any topic that is here? Don, please, could you like look at submission.md file? Is there any topic here that yeah, these are, you see it, they will have these 3 steps: script, presentation, and then videos. You now look at these topics are available. When you look through it and you see, is there any open source topic or is there any topic at all? And I feel they need to include in this place. It might be a tech because we have developers. We just created new developers course hub where developers they record also different topics that can help other contributors, developers, to learn about different way to contribute, either open source or a general developers top project. So these are things, when you go through this, you see if there are no topic, if there is no topic there, you can also like suggest a topic. And by suggesting a topic, that's just a contribution. We appreciate it, right? And it's recorded there that you suggested a topic. And then you can go a step further to say, okay, I want to write this, develop this topic now. There comes in where we'll guide you, okay, use this template, use this, or do this or that. We go on and then we guide you on how to go about, make sure that this topic that you want to develop is you able to achieve it, right? So for the CHAOSS Education Project, this is actually how it works. So suggest a topic if you want. You can look at issues we have already and see there's a topic you're interested in or something you know, you want to develop it, fine. We can guide you. The first one, you write a script. That's a sequence in that space. Now we have a sequence. First, you write a script. The next, you work, the script will be reviewed. And once it's approved, you prepare a slide deck. That's the presentation. We review it also. Then once it's approved, you can now select anytime you want to record the course. Now, our recording happens on Fridays and between Fridays and Monday, so Friday to Monday, because CHAOSS meeting doesn't happen on these days. So we'll start recording those days. So you, on your own, once everything is ready, you can choose anytime you want. Then I'll make myself available to work with you to make sure that the recording happens. So for the CHAOSS Education Project, this is the sequence in here. But for all that general CHAOSS project, programs, and other things, there's no like a must sequence. Just join the meeting, listen, and see where you can fit in what you can do. Yeah, so I think I've been able to answer the question.
Thank you.
I don't know if Dawn has something to say about that.
No, I think you covered it. I think that's good.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else have any questions?
Pairs.
Okay.
Did I answer your question very well?
You did. You did. Thank you.
Please feel free to ask the next one. As you just breathe like that, there's another question I feel. Please feel free to ask.
Okay, sorry. That's I think from what he said, I think I have to pitch up from that. Okay, Bekila, when I don't know if you can remember when you sent me link to the link to check out, chaos institution on the program. I think I understand what he's saying because when during Oscar Fest, when doing Victory Brown section, so there was the question where if you're starting at your open source, if it was hard for you, and most people except for one person was like, yes, it was very hard for her. I mean, except for one person said it was easy because she had someone, she had people to just guide her on, okay, this is great. This is great. So now back to what he said about if there is a sequence. So I don't know if like probably anybody that wants to join education working group, for instance, and if there is a detailed sequence, like I'm just saying, maybe example, step one, like maybe check out this is what you should do, go through like this is what you should click, something like this, do this first, do this second, then go through this. I think something sequential that they can follow that, okay, step by step, something that is detailed enough because someone that is not really used to um someone that is not used to open source can go to the file and it's be very confusing from because they don't know what to. At first, me, I didn't know what to do because I had to go back to the document a lot of time before I started getting the hang of it. So I don't know if there's an issue they can clear something. That's just my opinion on what he said.
I hope don't could you take the question?
Yeah, sure. So I think when it comes to contributing specifically to the education project, I think probably the best place to start is by looking through the existing issues and in particular looking at the ones that don't have someone assigned and then maybe looking and seeing if anybody's commented or sort of claimed it. But these issues that have been created that aren't already assigned to someone else, I think those are probably a good place to start. So I think if there's something in one of these issues that is interesting for you, that looks like something that you might want to put together some educational materials about, then that would be a good, probably the best place to start. And then I would say if you look through this and you don't see anything that really speaks to you, that's something that you really want to contribute, then I would have a look at the submission MD file where you can see all of the things that we're working on and read through them and think about any gaps. So are we missing something that maybe you know a lot about that you could propose as an issue? So I would say that those are the two best paths into the education program, either picking an issue that doesn't have someone already assigned or looking through what's already been submitted. And if there's any gaps or something that you think that you would like to contribute that's not already been proposed, then you can propose it as an issue and we can give you feedback. And the other thing I would say is that when it comes to developing the materials for these courses, you don't necessarily need to be an absolute expert on the thing that's on the course subject. So let's say that you have some interest in design in open source, but you maybe don't know a lot about it. You can do some research and read about it and put together maybe a draft script, even if you're not an expert in it, and we'll find someone to review it to make sure that we aren't missing anything, make sure there's not anything, something incorrect, and we can find people to review most topics and provide feedback. So you're not going it alone. You don't have to be an expert. You can do some research, and honestly, it's a good learning opportunity, right? If it's something that you're interested in, you can use it as an excuse to learn a little bit more about something. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? Okay, we're getting thumbs up and clap emojis.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
I'll turn it back over to Peculiar to I think the next agenda item. I think you said you were going to do this later because you're just coming back from being away.
Yes.
Okay. And then do you want to
Ah,
talk about the course completion certificate?
okay. So I added this again because because we went on holiday, it has not been like worked on. We discussed it in the last meeting, and last meeting we had in July has not been worked on. Then why I added it again is because I want to know if anybody in this meeting knows about model, how we can upload a certificate out in model. Yeah, I'm interested in that. Kind of like trying to do everything personally, and I want to like keep it open if anybody is interested or knows how that is being done and is willing to also contribute that way because there are all ways of contribution. Now, our plan is to at the end of because are in categories, right? We want if a learner or a user complete a particular category of cars, will get, I don't know, the way I'm thinking about it is, please, I will need suggestions here. If you complete a category, you get a certificate, or is it when you complete a course? I mean, I prefer category because completing a course will give you like a lot of certificate because we have like 4 category. Welcome to Open Source 101. And in Welcome to Open Source 101, you have different topics, right? So if we can give, let's say we have like 10 topics. If we give certificate for each particular course 10, I mean, I don't know. I'm just like thinking about it. But we can give a category like Welcome to Open Source 101, and we list in that we list different topics that this person covered under Welcome to Open Source 101. We also have this category about practitioner guide, and we have several topics, series of practitioner guide. So if we start giving certificate to each one of them, it's going to be like practitioner guide is about 7 or 8 now. So it's going to be like 8 different certificates, and I don't know, that's just going to be looking somehow. I mean, so I was just like looking at it like, let's have something tangible that if I say I went through the course on practitioner guide, then I have list of different topics there. So I'm just looking at it that way. So I don't know, I'm bringing it here to see. One, I'm looking for someone that is good with a model to help or support me as we look into how can we upload the certificate so that as soon as each category or course is being completed, the individual will get an email with the certificate of completion. Then next is I want to know, how do we see this certificate? Should we like use it as for each category, or should we use it for each topic? Yeah. So I need feedback and suggestions here. Thank you.
I really like the idea of doing it by category because some of these courses, like some of the practitioner guide videos are like 3 to 5 minutes long. And so like a course completion certificate for a 3 minute video seems like a lot. So I really like the idea of doing it by category. I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts.
I also think the idea of category works well too, because if we should do it by topic, it's the subscriptions will be like too much. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, category, I see it. Yeah, better. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I'll now like figure out how this could work. And yeah, thank you for supporting that, how this will work, and then how we can send an email back to the person with topics included in this category the person has um, worked on. And if it means we're restructuring the category, right? So like gather some open source topics, like when you talk about open source licensing, open source security, if it means we like categorizing them according to that, we can as well do that. But I really appreciate you supporting the category part of it. So it makes sense, honestly. Thank you. Okay, so now we are open with any other agenda. Any other agenda or any other thing you might want us to discuss, question, anything at all, you feel free to ask. How do I navigate from A to B, or this or that? Any other question at all? When do you want to start? How do you pick an issue? It's just by commenting on it and saying, I'm interested to work on this issue. Once you comment on it, then it can be assigned to you. You want to suggest a topic, feel free, create the issue on GitHub, and then it will be reviewed. And once it's approved, it can be assigned to you also to work on. And then any other questions, please feel free to ask. And also check the agenda. I think the agenda is on the chat section. You feel free to add your name and tell us where you visited during the break. We have holiday throughout the August. I had fun myself. And yeah, so let's know the kind of fun you had during that period and ask your question. Okay, I think we don't have much question. After our meeting is bi-weekly, right? We meet, this is bi-weekly. Today is 3rd of September. That means our next meeting is going to be, is in a way so that it will not be too much for us, meaning that we have other things we are doing, and is the next meeting will be on the 17th of September. Yes, I think I'm right. Yes, right. Yeah, that would be our next meeting. But we don't wait till that time. If you have anything or you are working on anything, any question, please feel free to reach out to me. Ask your question, and I'm happy to help. And I also hop in on a call in between the weeks if there's anything you want us to discuss or talk about. And but that based on my availability on my calendar, what I have when I have a free time, then we can like discuss about maybe a topic you pick on, you're working on. And again, other topics you're working on, another discussion, or something you need to learn or know how to, we discuss it here. In our next meeting, which is on the 17th of September, we'll be discussing how to create clone a project on GitHub, then create PR on GitHub as well. Yeah, I met someone last time. She just have an account on GitHub. She's new to open source, right? She doesn't know how do I create. She's not a developer, so she doesn't really know how to do that. So, but even if you're not a developer, there's a way. As a developer, once you have a GitHub account, you can actually clone this repository or fork the education project. When you are done working, you can create a PR from your GitHub repository, direct to education project. So it's not like really something difficult. So in our next meeting, I'm going to be walking us through how that can be done. It might be me, it might be maybe Dawn or any other person that will be interested to do that. But we want to let anybody contributing to education project learn how to create a PR just on GitHub, right? That's how. I don't know the topic how I'm going to, maybe you help me restructure the topic. I don't know what I'm going to call that topic, but I just know what I want people to learn. I want them to learn how to create PR on GitHub without cloning or a repository. Yeah. So somebody can actually give it a topic, a name, so we can announce that for our next meeting. But in our next call, we'll do that, including other things we need to do, so that that will help people.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, I think that would be good because I know that's where a lot of people get stuck when contributing to CHAOSS is that first step in creating the PR. So that'll be good. Okay, I think we're just about out of time. The chaos meetings do end 10 minutes before the hour. So unless there's any final really quick questions, I think we'll probably wrap it up and we can take our questions to Slack or you can ask us directly, whatever works best for you.
Thank you. Welcome, Jude. I can see Otera or Jude, and you can join us as well. Contributed. Please, as you join, if you have any other question, please feel free to. There's education channel on Slack. Drop any question there. I'll get a notification and I will respond quickly. So yes, please drop any question there. It gives me a notification, that particular channel, I will respond quickly. And if you want to send me a DM, feel free to do that. And even if I didn't respond immediately, John is also available to respond. So yeah, that's all from me.
Thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you on Slack and then hopefully again in 2 weeks at the next working group. Bye, everybody.
Right. Bye.
Bye, Dawn. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.